You can't get this out of a box, just saying. What I'm showing you today is the epitome of if I can do it, you can do it. And I am guilty of buying it from the store 100% of the time, but not after today. We are making butter flaky pie crust. 'Tis the season for a lot of baking and a lot of pies. This pie crust can be done sweet or savory. So let's get cooking. There's just gonna be a couple little rules to remember for making pie crust. And once you memorize those, you're golden. Rule number one, everything has to be ice cold, okay? The butter, you can even chill the flour if you want. I like to keep my flour in the freezer, so that's kind of a step ahead. I have a little trick when it comes to cutting in your butter and your flour. That's the technical term, is to cut the butter into the flour. The old-fashioned way has you cut your butter into small pieces and then take this tool known as a pastry cutter and work the butter into the flour. I have a little hack for that. Ye old box grater. This will already get your butter into those little flaky pieces, and then all you really have to do is stir it into the flour. I've got about 1 1/4 cups of flour and 1 stick of butter. Oh my gosh. So just grate and stir, and that way it won't clump back up together. Looks like shredded cheese. See, I don't think everyone has a pastry cutter, but I do think everyone has one of these, so it's just a little more accessible. And now I'm gonna add in a little bit of salt. All right, now the water. When it comes to the water, it has to be ice cold. And you don't wanna add it all in at once. The recipe calls for about 1/4 cup, but you know, sometimes everyone measures their flour a little differently, so you may or may not use the whole 1/4 cup. So the best practice is to just add it in 1 to 2 tablespoons at a time. Alternatively, you may have over measured a little bit, so you might need even 1 to 2 tablespoons more. And I'm just gonna use my hands to bring it together. Okay, so you don't wanna overwork it. Once it's just come together, we're gonna form it into a disc and then wrap it up. Okay, so here's our disc. This is not like if you're making pizza dough or bread dough, you're not like trying to knead it and work it until it's nice and smooth. It's okay if it's not like perfectly smooth. When you go to roll it out, it's all gonna come back together. So I'm just gonna wrap it in plastic, and then you wanna chill it for at least 4 hours. You did not know it was that easy. Well, really it's all easy, but the fastest way to do this is in the food processor. Same measurements, same order, but it's just gonna come together like that. So I'm just gonna go straight into the food processor with my flour. For the cold butter here, I've already cut it into cubes. So I'm just gonna drop these right down into the flour. The blade in the food processor is literally gonna cut the butter into the flour. And I'm gonna go ahead and add the salt at this step. The thing to do here is to pulse it, not just turn it on and let it go, because again, we don't want to overwork it. So we're going to pulse until we get those kind of crummy pieces. So that took like 2 seconds. At this point, I'm going to turn it on and add in my ice cold water. You have to work really fast, because as soon as you see it start to come together, turn it off. Perfect. See it? I'm just going to turn it onto a floured surface and just bring it together into that disc. I just feel like you gotta do that. I don't know why. And into the fridge to chill. No, I want it like a Frisbee. That's what, like that. Time to roll it out. If you've got a lot of baking to do, you can make this pie crust in batches, stack them up. Having this in your fridge versus that store-bought stuff with all those preservatives, it's not necessary anymore. Y'all, we got this. The flour has absorbed some of that moisture, so you want to keep the surface dry so it doesn't stick. So just flour your surface, flour the top, and flour your rolling pin. It's okay if it kind of cracks a little bit. Just kind of keep changing the direction, flipping it around. You can see like the color of the dough, but you see these little flecks of kind of light yellow in there. That's the butter. That's what you want. That's one thing the stuff in the box doesn't have. Now you can use your rolling pin to help transport it. So just fold it over, bring down your pie plate, and then unroll it onto the pie plate. You want some to hang over, so you want to roll it to where it is larger than the pie plate so you have room to crimp and trim. Before I start kind of tucking in the edges, you can take a pair of kitchen shears or a knife and just kind of trim off some just so it's a little more even. And now I'm just gonna kind of tuck these little jagged edges just under to become flush to the sides of the pan. That's it. I mean, at this point, it's ready for the oven. It does not have to be all fancied around the edges, but I learned a hack from social media, and I gotta try it. The trick is to lay your hands out, kind of press them into the crust, and go 1, 2, 3. And then just move your hand. And you kind of like press your hand into the dough. My gosh, that is so much easier. I cannot believe no one has shown me this trick before now. This might be my favorite part of the whole video. I don't know that I've ever made a crust with such good ridges. So proud. Between the ease of the recipe and the hack with the crimping, so far, I mean, this is like a 100 A+. The final element, of course, is how does this recipe taste? Let's see. True story, this is the exact recipe and this is how it bakes up. Look at all those layers of flaky goodness. My favorite part of any pie is the crust, whether it's savory or sweet. So I'm gonna give it a little taste so that I can really let you know if you can trust me. You've seen how easy it was to make. You've seen how flaky it bakes, but how does it taste? It's got the layers. It smells good. And it's tender. You can taste the butter. It is like almost like a buttered piece of biscuit, like the edge of a biscuit. If you were to butter it, that's what this tastes like. So that's it. You've got the recipe, you've got the tips and tricks, and now you can go make your own batch of homemade butter flaky pie crust. So that's it. That's it. Happy baking. Bye-bye. Happy holidays. Apples, peaches, pumpkin pie.